to hear from Erika. Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say hi, Teresa. I am live as usual, as promised. Those are my favorite two words, as promised. As promised, I share actionable business tips, tools, hacks, strategies, marketing, branding. Every Wednesday night, we go live in my business tip, motivation, and inspiration group where you can ask me any business question and I will teach on that subject or I will answer you privately. And tonight is no different other than we have a special guest in the building. We have a special guest in the building. She is an expert in sales. She has a vast background in entrepreneurship. She has trained people all over the world. She is well-traveled. I love the fact that the pretty people, we collaborate with other people. We make connections so we can make that money, honey. And so, yes, if you don't know how to sell tonight, you're not going to have any questions because we're going to share with you how to sell on social media, where to sell on social media, what attracts people to your product, your service, your opportunity. And so we have a big training available for you. Yes, hi, gorgeous. Tap the screen, say hi, Teresa, if you're on TikTok. And so we are definitely excited to share all of these special nuggets that people don't tell you about. Okay, special secrets, because I want your sales out of the roof. I want your sales for the month. It's not even over. January is not over. You can still do it tonight. Tomorrow is not over yet. You want to increase your sales. And so do me a favor. Go ahead and tag your business bestie right now. If you have entrepreneurial friends, if you have people that are struggling to sell, if you have business partners, you want to share this broadcast because I am bringing on an expert. I am bringing on the sales guru of gurus. And so I have the pleasure and privilege of working with the best of the best. So when I tell you guys, I'm in the rooms, I'm at the tables, I'm listening to all the things so I can bring it directly to you. And so we're going to answer some sales questions from my business tip, motivation, and inspiration group. And so I'm excited. Do you have your pen and paper ready? Yes. Now do me a favor. I love great note takers. So if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I need you to be a great note taker. So if I say something or Erika says something that motivated you, that inspired you, or a business tip that you had no idea about, guess what I need you to do? I need you to put it in chat. Yes, family channel in the building. I need you to put it in the chat. If you're on TikTok, I need you to put it in the chat. Thank you so much for my gift. Thank you so much for sharing the broadcast on TikTok. So now, without further ado, we're going to bring on the best of the best in sales. Miss Erika is in the building.
What's up? What's up? I'm so excited to be here with you. Oh my gosh, what a lovely thing you said about me, because those are the same things that I think about you, my friend.
Oh, thank you. And so listen, when I tell you I am always excited to see her online, always excited to have the privilege of working with her. And we have a big training available. We want to make sure that now is the time that you're using social media to build your brand. You want to use social media to sell your products. You want to use this tool because that's all it is, a tool, right? We use the microwave as a tool. We use our cell phone, that smartphone as a tool. If you're not making money from the smartphone, it's a dumb phone. And I don't want you walking around with a dumb phone. So now we're going to get into the training because everybody wants to hear from Erika. Woo, woo, woo. Everybody wants to know, all of her secrets. And so, Erika, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. I'm actually in Jamaica. This is where I live. I have over 35 years of business and sales experience. I had a salon when I was younger. I had a Jamaican restaurant at 21. I sold cars and trucks. I was in the weight loss industry in the direct sales, and I have been a sales strategist for many years. I'm a mother of 2 and I'm getting married shortly. So I'm very excited to be here. Oh, I forgot. And my title, I don't have my crown on today, but I am the queen of non-pushy sales. So rest assured, if you're afraid of sounding pushy, I'm not going to give you any tips like that. You're going to feel amazing about serving others. I believe that selling is actually serving.
Oh, I love it. Did you guys hear that? So if you want to see Erika, she's on the live. I know TikTok, you can't share it, right? But we're on our Facebook page. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're in all the places. So make sure that you are actually following so you can hear all this goodness. Take notes, Okay, take notes. So, Erika, I know you don't have a pushy way to sell, but I know that you are the sales queen. So, I definitely want to ask you some questions and then I will give my take as well. But I want to really hear from you because you're the expert in sales. Okay. And so,
But before we start, my peeps might be watching you and they might not know how fabulous you are. So would you just say a little bit about you? Because there's so many amazing things. I don't want to leave anything out. You know how I call it your choo-choo train method. So, you tell them.
Absolutely. So if you're joining me for the very first time, I'm Jerusha. I'm a business coach and speaker. I've actually been a business coach for almost 2 decades. And in my first business, I went to the top of the company, was a part of the top 1%, actually developed, several leaders in that industry, earned the trips and diamonds, the cars, all the things. And then right before the pandemic started using social media, didn't know what I was doing. I was posting and praying instead of posting and profiting. And then I decided I need to learn more about social media, which was like 2019. I started seriously looking into strategies. And then everything dropped in 2020, right, for the world. And so we were forced to go online. And so that is why I decided, let me really take this seriously. So I teach people how to build their businesses online and offline. I create what I call double threats. I did work in corporate America. I enjoyed what I did. I worked in radio and television, and my degrees are in communications and public relations. I was on air by the time I was 19. I did a news segment. So that is one of my passions, is to talk. And so I get paid to talk. So that is my story.
Love it. Isn't she powerful? I just love her energy. I just love being near you. And that's how we met online.
Isn't that amazing? She's in Jamaica. And we meet people all over the world. You have that smartphone. You have the whole wide world in your hand. When I talk about collaborating with other people, this is what I'm talking about. We are just one click away. Like, put in the chat where you're from. Do me a favor, put in the chat right now where you are from, where do you reside, just so you can see. You got Kentucky, you have Chicago, you have Florida, you have all of these places, right, that you live, but we're all connected through a device. Ohio in the building, all of these places, and we are connected by one smartphone. So yes, Tennessee in the building, put it in the chat. No, let me know where you reside. Colorado in the building. Colorado is in the building. All right. So yes, put in the chat. Yes, I love a great note taker. So do me a favor, make sure you take notes. So I know you guys cannot wait to hear some of these sales strategies. So I'm going to ask Erika a question and we'll both answer it, but I want you to hear from her. So yes, Connecticut in the building. Oh, Connecticut.
I used to live there.
What's wrong with the connection, Linda? Is the connection not good if you go to the Facebook page or YouTube? But it should be. No, it should be fine. Hold on 1 second. I hate to get in your face like that, but oh no, the connection should be good. I don't think anybody else is having any issues. So let me ask you, because we want this to go so smoothly. Erika, I want to know from you, on social media, where do you sell on social media?
Okay. All right. So I have a little different philosophy than most. I mean, you and I are pretty much in sync with this, but I teach my 5-step blessing method. So I attract people to my space. So I do this on my personal profile, on pages, in groups, anywhere where I can connect with a person, with a human being. So anywhere on social media, whether it's Instagram, whether it's stories, it's wherever I can connect with somebody is where I can sell. So if I can get them into my space and then I could send them a message, I can sell.
So how do you get them in your space?
Okay. So I use attraction marketing, right? So I attract people into my space, but kind of in a different way, right? So I believe that anytime you post, right? Anyone who loves, sorry, my internet, anyone who likes, loves, or comments, right? I teach that you ask them if you can send them your market research survey. So that's part of my 5-step blessing method, is that we use surveys to sell, right? And so when we post, so if let's say it's on our personal, right? And we're just like, look at my cute little chihuahua. Anyone who likes, loves, or comments, if that could be your ideal client, you would then message them, thank you so much for liking my chihuahua post. I'm not sure if you're interested, but I'm currently doing market research on skincare or travel or whatever. Can I send you the survey link? So that's how I teach it. So then you get them to fill out the survey and then you go to the next steps.
Oh, I love that. Okay. And so that way you're capturing their information.
Absolutely. So if you are just selling on there going, buy Jamaican water, and then saying, here's the link, JamaicanWater.com or whatever. And what if they forgot? They went to the potty, they forgot, their child said something. So you need to capture their email, their information, and you also need to know exactly what they're interested in if you don't want to come across as pushy. So that's why the survey comes into play, because you ask them some strategic questions.
Okay, got it, got it. And so on your survey, do you have just your email and your name, or what should people have on their surveys?
Oh, yeah. So it's like top secret. Okay. But you do need to have the name and the email, but where you put the placement of it is key. So this is the thing. The surveys are written. I teach how to write them, and it's based on 35 years of business and sales experience, plus psychology and marketing. So you want to ask detailed questions that gets people thinking that you are the solution to whatever their problem is. Okay. So you have to ask a question that equals your product or service. So basically, the answer to every survey question is your product or service. So you don't want to just be like, what size shoe do you wear if you don't even sell shoes or socks? Like, that would be bananas, right?
Right, exactly. Okay, I love it. So I love the fact that we're able to actually utilize social media in this way, and we're able to sell. I like she said, she sells everywhere. Me too. I would say, where do you sell on social media? One great place, especially if you are a newbie, if you are new to entrepreneurship, or you have a business but it hasn't been working that well for you, put business in the chat, just so we'll know you have a business. Put business in the chat. But if you were to ask me, where do I sell, or where do I recommend business owners sell? In Facebook groups, because Facebook groups have healthier discussions, as all groups members are allowed to basically comment. They're all together because they're interested in that one thing. So if you are a dog lover, you're in a dog group. If you are hashtag for me, Mama Boys, I am in a group for African American boys. And so everything that we do in the group pertains to our boys. So I think it's important that you get into communities of things that you already love. And so if you love knitting, get in a knitting group. If you love, makeup, get in a makeup group, because those are your people, right? Those are people you're going to build relationships with because you have something in common. I'm in a group where, if you're from a different state, so if you're from Florida, you should be in the groups with the Floridians. Like if you're from the Carolinas, you should be in the group with the Carolinas. So you want to find your people, because it's easy to connect. Because right now, if I say, where are you from? Everybody that's from the same state, there's an immediate connection. So if someone said, where would you sell on social media? The first place I would tell you is go to your Facebook groups and find your community, because it's easier to start from there. Now, I'm going to give you some basic things about Facebook groups if you want to stand out in the group, because you're going to be selling a product that doesn't have anything to do with the group. While you can't sell in their group, you can build relationships in the group. So the first thing that you want to do that I recommend is, first thing you want to do is introduce yourself. You want to introduce yourself because nobody's doing that. And the goal is for you to stand out. The goal is for you to market and brand yourself. So I would go into a group and I would introduce myself, have a nice picture, and I would just tell a little bit about myself. I would not be selling. I would say I'm a mom. I would just name all the things about myself. I worked in radio and television. I'm here to build a nice community and find some friends, other moms that have 2 boys, tell my boy stories. I'm just going to introduce myself, not even mention I'm a business coach and speaker. It's all about you, because you're a person outside of your business, right? Okay. So write that down. A note taker is going to put this in the chat for me. You're going to introduce yourself because nobody else is doing. Second thing you're going to do to sell in the groups, how you're going to stand out, you're going to join 3 to 5 groups that make sense. 3 to 5 groups that make sense for you. I'm not going to get in a group for pet grooming. I'm not interested in pet grooming, so I won't be in that group. So you're going to choose 3 to 5 groups where, maybe it's in your niche, maybe it's not, maybe it's a hobby. I like to dance, which is not in my niche. I'm in the dance groups. I want to do I want to learn how to do all the dances. So I was a cheerleader, so I want to dance. So I'm in the dance group, right? And so that's where we get to get loose. That's the second thing. Join 3 to 5 groups. The third thing I can tell you is engage That means comment. That means love. That means give me some GIFs. I need you to engage heavily in the group. So in the group that I'm in, moms of African American boys, yes, we're just posting our boys, their activities, the funny things they say, if they're on punishment, what they did. And all the moms, it's like 10,000. I know it's probably more than that, people, in 20,000 people in the group. They all have boys. So we have a lot in common. It's easy to make that connection. So when they're leaving their posts about their son, I'm engaging and commenting, engaging and commenting. I also stand out in doing that. And then the last thing I'll tell you you need to do in groups is post value. So when I'm posting in the group, I'm not posting about my business. I'm not posting that I'm a business coach. I'm not posting any of that. I'm posting valuable content like, hey, when my son became a teenager, these are some things that he did. So my son would actually go in the bathroom at school and wet toilet paper and throw it on the wall. And he got in trouble for that, right? And so one of the things that we did was we decided, you like to throw. You like to go and wet toilet tissue up and throw it in the bathrooms. And so then I give them advice on things that we did to make sure he learned a lesson. So because my son is a teenager, there are moms in there, their children are 2, 5, 7, 10, 22, 30. It's different ages. And so wherever you are is your personal experience. And so I can give value to the moms. Like now, my son, he'll be, he plays football, basketball, track, and he's getting like different offers for football. I can start telling moms, hey, if your son, is interested, this is the process. These are scholarships that are available. These are things that he did. So I'm giving so much value that the moms come out of the group and follow me on my personal page. Now, when you get on my personal page, baby, that's where it goes down. Because now
go ahead.
Because now you want to be my friend, right?
Yeah.
Now I've developed a connection. Now that I'm a real person. I didn't have to say I'm a business coach of 18 years. I didn't have to say anything like that. I was just being a mom. I was just being a person. So if you ask me, how do you sell? I would say, go into the groups and crush it. Erika, what you think?
I have one thing to say that a lot of people might not know about groups too. Every single group that you join, you actually have a group profile. So we have our own Facebook profile where we can see, where do you live? Where do you work? All that stuff. Where are you from? Right. But if you don't edit your group profile, they don't see anything. So let's say you go into the group and you're talking about your poodle and all this stuff, and you got these little rain boots for the poodle and all this stuff. And the person's like, oh my gosh, their poodle looks like mine. Let me click on her face. They click on her face. And if you did not edit the profile, there's nothing else for them to get that second connection. So I would suggest that you go through all your groups. It may take a while, but just do it. It's so worth it. So you can choose what to say. And I would say gear that to the type of group that you are in. So if you're in a group for people who live in Washington, D.C., make sure you click show my, where I'm from, so that you can make it, we can gear it toward whatever group you're in. So if you're saying I love dogs, but you're in the flower pot group, don't say I love dogs. Like, you just go through and you can click on whatever you want to share as your group profile. And that's one little free, simple thing that you can do while you're laying in bed at night. And you can just edit those groups so that when you're given all that value, she's absolutely right. You need to go in these groups and add value. Then they can click on your face. Oh, I like her. Where is she from? They can actually see it. Otherwise, there's nothing, and it's kind of a missed opportunity. You know what I mean? Because we want to connect. We want to find some more common ground.
Oh, I love that. Okay, did you guys get that? Did you get that? Are you listening? Are you writing it down? Put it down. Yes. I love it. Okay. So, Erika, I got to ask you another question because,
Sure.
I like listening to the best of the best. So that's where you would go. So how do I sell on social media? Like, what method would I use to sell on social media?
Okay. All right. So again, what I teach is my 5-step blessing method. So we attract people into our space. We weed out those who are not interested. So we find out who is and what they want with our survey. So how I would suggest selling on social media is that when you go on live or wherever you're somewhere, you can tell them, hey, I'm currently doing market research for blah, 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 right? I'm looking for 10 people to fill out my survey. You'll even be entered to win a gift card. So you give them that survey link, right? Or if you're in, if, like I said, anyone who likes, loves, or comments, I message them and ask them if they would like to take my survey. So that's how I do it on social media. I do show up. I've got multiple businesses. So let's say we're talking about my beauty one. I do cover up the brand of it. And I might just be like putting my lipstick on while I'm talking about business, right? Or something else. And people be like, what's the color? What's the color? What's the color? Well, guess what? In my beauty business, I also have a survey. So I'd ask them to fill out my survey. I'd love to customize some skincare for you or get the best shade for you. Please fill out my survey. The survey then takes them to my group and then to my calendar so that I can serve them best. So I don't want to sell them just a lipstick. They need skincare, right? They need body care. I don't want to just sell a lipstick. That's bananas. So I'm trying to serve them the best I can.
I have a question. So she said she has, she sells multiple things. She's a, multi-entrepreneurial, like she's, so when you say you ask them to fill out your survey, so are you sending them a survey with the link? And did you use a certain system to have that link?
Mm-hmm. So good questions. All right. So I have something called Your Beauty Biz Hub that I spent 2 years creating, and it comes with all my surveys, comes with everything in there, right? So I asked them, can I send you the link? And if they say yes, then I send them the link, and it goes to out of Your Beauty Biz Hub. It sends them the survey, then it sends them to my group after they finish it, and then it texts them on automation the link to my calendar so we can have our little 15-minute chit chat so that I can serve them. So I know just like you, we use a lot of automation. We're very busy women. I'm also a mom of 2, well now 5. I've got some bonus kids, right, and 3 grands. We need things to work in the background, right? And you never know when someone's going to fill out that survey, so you can't be sitting around waiting. Send it to them and let the machine do the rest for you.
Yes. So did you understand that? So on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, you do need to have some type of lead magnet, some way of capturing their information. Like she said, so Erika, she does the survey because that way she gets to know you, your needs, and she's going to definitely feel it because guess what? We're in the business of solving problems. So I think that's a good way for you to attract people is have a survey. And then that way you're getting all their information. So once they are in, they fill out the survey and you say they go to the group and then you have a conversation. So they go.
Well, kind of. So after the survey, I believe people need social proof, right? So after they filled out the survey, they're like, oh my gosh, she is the answer to my prayer. She's going to help me with this. Okay. So now they automatically go and they get to my special group, right? Where I offer tips and tricks. And then I personally tag them in some before and after pictures so they can be like, okay, they saw the social proof. So now my system now texts them out a link for my calendar, and then they're going to come and book with me. Now they've taken the survey, right? And they've seen the social proof. So when they come to our session, all I do is go by with the survey. Oh, they have this problem. This is the solution for what you said you wanted help with. Okay, that's $5 million. Okay, would you like to pay with your card or layaway or payment plan? You will sell 3 to 5 times as much if you serve people and ask detailed questions.
I believe it because I always tell people I'm a great question asker. Now, I do have a question. So you said then you have a conversation with them. Do you have that conversation through text? Do you have that conversation on the phone, like a physical conversation, like we pick up the phone? Or
I never pick up the phone. I don't like the phone. I don't like the phone. I know it's so crazy, but I will do it like this, like Zoom or StreamYard, as I want to see them, face to face like that. If they won't, I can do like a Facebook video, or I can just send them what I'm going to offer them. So if they're like, I'm too busy, whatever, and I know I'm the solution, then I'll just send them a voice clip, or I'll make them a quick video and say, based on your survey, this is what I recommend. What questions do you have? Shall I send you the link to check out? So you can do it several different ways, but I try not to make phone calls. I don't know why it stresses me out.
That's so funny. She says she doesn't like phone calls, but she'll do a video call.
Because I can read them. I feel like I can kind of see like if they're confused. Like the phone, I don't know what's going on. Are they paying attention? Like, are they taking the trash out? Is 27 people listening? Like, I don't know.
That's funny because I love hearing the voice. So I don't mind getting on the phone. I love leaving the voice messages in Messenger.
Oh, I
Um,
like that. I like
yeah,
that. We do
but
that.
I rarely would do a Zoom. I rarely would do that. And I would rarely do a video call. I would jump on the phone first. So yeah, see, and everybody, that's what I would do. So
But
if
wait,
you
you know
were,
what? Can I say something? That's why it's so important to make your business be the way you want it so you're comfy, right? Because if we're like, you have to make a call or you have to do this, people are going to freak out and do nothing. So you can hear from both of us. We do things a little differently and we're both very successful. So you have to find what works best for you. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
exactly right. Yeah, I will get on the phone. I'm like, hey, Erika, it's Jerusha.
You can leave me a voice clip. Now, if you called me, that's different. But I'm in Jamaica and they make phone calls here all the time. And I feel like in America, we do like a voice clip or send a text, but no. And I'm like, I gotta call.
So yeah, I love it. So it's very important for you to figure out your style. So because if you were to ask me, how do you sell on social media, Jerusha? I would say the best thing for me have been curiosity, right? Creating this curiosity. And curiosity is keeping your viewers on the edge of their seat. They want to know more. The viewers want to know what it is. They want to know, how can I get it? How much is it? Where do you buy it? Do I get it from you? And so I just believe when you're putting out content, there should be curiosity in the content, not just selling something. So if I just held up, a pen, and I'm just like, I sell this pen, I'm not telling you any benefits about the pen. I'm not creating curiosity about the pen. And so whether you are doing a video with curiosity or if you are doing a still post with curiosity, I think that, in my opinion, have worked well for me. And I draw people closer in because they want to know more. They want to see more. And so I have a picture. Let me see if I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you an example of a post that I did a while back. Share screen. Let's see here. And let's see. Windows. All right, right here. Let's go. So I'm going to share my screen. So listen, look at this. So I posted this and it says 1 drop of this
It's not
in my
sharing.
tea. Oh, it's not? Can you see it?
No. Did you hit present at the bottom and then click on it and then hit it again?
Yeah. How is it that I see it?
Huh. Oh, maybe I can't see it if I'm the one.
Oh, that's right. Maybe you can't see it. Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, let me know on Facebook. Oh, wait a minute. I can go to my Facebook and
I'm going to go to Facebook too because I want to know what the post was. I'm nosy. Look what she did.
No, I think you can't see it. I think it's only you that can't see it.
It's only me. Well, I feel left out right now. No, it's not showing.
You're sure?
Yeah, look.
Hold on. Let's go back. All right.
But you hit the second one and you can see it. There we go.
I'll do it here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's do it like this. All right. So here is an example of one of the posts that I did. It was more like curiosity. Sorry about that. It says 1 drop of this in my tea. I'm sleeping through the night like a baby. The best part is all natural. And so it was a picture of me actually. And every time, I'm putting something in the tea. Now I never say what the actual product is, but I say what it does, right? So most people don't understand you're selling the benefits. And the reason I keep saying, I'm sleeping through the night, that means whatever I'm putting in here is allowing me to sleep through the night, 8 to 10 hours. I struggle with sleeping, through the night, and this has helped me. And so when you are creating that curiosity, and I said it's all natural, people oftentimes will say, well, what is it? Or I have sleep problems. Or anybody that likes it or comments on it, I get to go to their pages and I get to love on their pages and I get to ask them, hey, I noticed that you liked my post. Were you being supportive or do you have sleep issues as well? Were you being supportive or do you have sleep apnea? Were you being supportive or, do you sleep through the night? So I get to ask every person that liked it, commented on it, or just, interacted in some way. But a lot of times people ask, what are you putting in the tea? So a lot of my videos have me putting something in my Pretty People mug. And people ask, what are you drinking? I stop in the middle of my live, I'm drinking something, right? And they're like, what are you drinking? Which allows me to have conversation outside of the live, outside of the video. Does that make sense?
And also, it allows her to find out if they need anything else in addition to the tea. So it's not just the tea. She's able to sell them. I don't know what else you sell. Sorry, vitamins, hair tonics, whatever. I mean, we all want to look like her. She's absolutely gorgeous. So whatever it is she's saying she's using, I want a case of it. So, but it allows her to ask questions, and see what else they need versus some of the posts that say, I need to sell 20 bottles of blank. Who is going to help me? That is not serving. That is pushy. And it's not giving anyone benefits. It's like a pity sale. And we don't want that. Hers is actually serving because she's saying what she's doing. They came to her and said, yo, what is it? What is it? And then she said, well, do you have these issues, whatever. And then she can move it on to the chat or however else you do it to find out what else they need and ring it up, I guess, right?
Right. And so I love curiosity marketing. So if you ask me, the best way or the easiest way is to really talk in benefits, use your product. And you basically, I wouldn't put any CTA on that, any call to action. I wouldn't actually put my company's generated website. I wouldn't do any of that because that takes away from the curiosity. Now it seems like a sale. And so you don't want it to seem salesy. Like she said, she's an expert in not making people feel like they're, hard selling somebody a used car. You want to make sure it's subtle. It's simple. And so, yes, I wouldn't put any links or anything like that if you're doing a curiosity post, because the point is for them to ask you.
And if she were, let's give them that. If she were to say, the tea that I use is blah, 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 you know what's going to happen? They're going to Google it. They're going to go to Walmart. You can even buy Louis Vuitton on Walmart. Come on. They're going to go to Walmart.com and they're going to buy it. They're going to bypass her. And now she doesn't get to build that relationship with them and retain them and get those reorders, right? So it's very important we keep it a secret what it is because we need to serve them. She needed to ask some more questions.
That is perfectly, the truth, because if you do all of this work, the marketing, the editing, you do all of this work, and then you give them all the information, they don't have a reason to contact you.
Right.
And so they just go to Amazon or Walmart or whatever and purchase it, and you don't get credit, and you've done all this work.
I know. That would be crazy. Don't do that, people. You hear?
Yeah, I would not do that. Okay. So because you are the sales expert, you guys make sure you follow Erika. I have to ask you one more thing because we are in a fast world, video world. And do you tell them to DM you? Well, a lot of times somebody had a question on TikTok. It says, do you tell them to DM you? Well, not in a curiosity post. I don't tell them to DM me. In an attraction marketing post, I do, which I'm going to talk about. No, because a lot of times people ask you what you're drinking, because I never said it. I just said the benefits. I sleep 8 to 10 hours. I used to have problems sleeping. I just tell the benefits. I have more energy, stamina, mental focus. I'm a little bit more agile. I talk about the benefits and people say, what is it? They want to know what's making you have, more energy and more stamina. How are you sleeping? And so you want to, as much as possible, talk about all the great things about the product, give examples or tell stories about the benefits, and people will ask.
Yes, it's the beauty of it. It's everything we're afraid of. We're afraid of selling stuff. So why not just have them come to you and ask you, right? So that's what they're doing in those posts. They're saying, where can I get it? What's in it? And then it's very easy then to message them back or to say, I'm going to send, I'll message you or just whatever. It's very, very simple, very easy way to do it. They're very similar to what I do without that. When, you know what I mean? If they comment, I do the likes, loves, and comments. So this is very similar, very similar.
She has another question. Yes. So after, for instance, if everybody that likes and comments, I'm talking to them. Everybody that interacts with any post, I'm talking to them. So yes, I would take that conversation in Messenger. The money is made in Messenger. So yes. So after I see, 5 comments, 10 comments, whatever, or just likes or loves, I'm going to go talk to them in a Messenger. So yes, to answer your question, the money is made in Messenger. Like you market publicly, but you are closing the deals privately. Exactly. Does that make sense? Yes. So yes, I would do that. Now, this last thing, because she's super busy, like, she's in Jamaica, she got a lot of businesses, and I had an opportunity to grab her for a second for you guys. So I want to ask you, Erika, how do you create videos? Like short form videos is the fastest way in lives to get in front of people and sell your product. So
All right.
I would want to know from somebody like you, how do I create a video that is selling my stuff?
So like the words that I'm using in the video, you mean?
However, whatever you can tell us
Yeah.
would be fine, because we have people that are new entrepreneurs or haven't started yet. So whatever you think is valuable for us to know, like, how would we do it?
Okay, very simple. I'll give you two ways, two parts to that. Okay, so your phone is your friend, so you can make videos anywhere. Just go live, just record, whatever it is. When you're on there, though, you want to be intentional of what you're seeing. So remember my 5-step blessing method. We're going to attract people into our space, and then we're going to weed out those who are not interested. Sorry, my dryer's gone off. So we're going to get them to fill out a survey or get them to fill out something of ours so we can capture their information, and then so we can serve them. So every time I'm doing my video, I'm like, hey, so if you're feeling unorganized, like today I did blah, 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 and it was so scattered. I'm so glad that I had my Plan My Timesheet. So if anyone else feels like that, go to planmytimesheet.com, and you just kind of like roll it in there. Like, it's not like blah, blah, like go to this. It's just kind of like you're just talking naturally, like to your friend, pretend the camera's your friend, and just talk, and then give some information, and then where can they go, like a call to action, so you can collect their information. So for me, it's either one of my sites where my ebook or something where I can get their data, or I'm saying, I've got a new travel agency, which is true. And we're collecting data or collecting market research on people traveling to Jamaica. Would anyone out there like to fill out my survey? If yes, say Jamaica in the chat, and then we'll message it to you. So is that kind of like what you mean? Like, what am I saying to them? Or you wanted to know the actual, I'm turning my camera on. Sorry.
Whatever you think is best that they would need to know. If they were a beginner, what would you say?
Yeah. If you're a beginner, I would say you need to have some type of survey or some type of what they call a lead magnet, where you're collecting information. So you can simply go on Canva and create 3 tips to beautiful skin, ask people if they want it, and get their information that way. And then you go through your flow of whatever your sales process is that you're going to sell to them. So I would say the most important thing when you're going on a video is that your mode is, I'm going to collect their information. I'm going to get them to fill out something for me. That's how I do it, to build your email list. Because once you have that information, you can send them everything. Invites to the Choo Choo Train course. You know, I'm sorry. She's got me though. Every time I see a train, I think of you, right? So you can retarget them. So for me, every time I do a video, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, what am I giving them? The information for what? And then am I going to be able to collect their name and email? That's the most important thing for me, so that I can not spam them. So I can then either get them to fill out my survey, or if they did fill out my survey, I can book that appointment with them and serve them that way. I never send them just to my website to buy something. It's always, I need to know what they're interested in. I'm not sure if I did a good job on that question though. Sorry.
No, because I mean, if you're new, you don't know what to do. So that's why I'm asking. So I would have to ask this question, because somebody said, what if it's a digital product? So you said you just use your cell phone and you're talking and you're telling them something about your digital product. And then you're going to tell them, hey, if you want, more about the digital product, put digital or something.
Yes.
If you want a survey, put digital. And then once they put digital, then you're able to send them whatever information you are offering, correct?
Right, exactly. Now, some people do things differently. Now, some people just want to sell that course or whatever, and they're not even thinking about that, right? So they're just sending them to a website to buy. What I would say is have a block on there where it says, I'm interested in hearing more about digital products, and then they fill out the information. Then you send them the course for them to buy. Otherwise, you are stuck. If they close out of that link, they forgot your name, they're not gonna be able to buy from you. So you've got to have some way of capturing information. It's very, very important. So if you're new, I would say get your lead magnet first, then send them an email selling them the course in that email, or that digital product in that email. That way you're building your email list.
Okay. So someone was saying, like, with the digital product, they're doing a video and they say, hey, if you want more info about this product, leave the word digital, so I'll know I can send it to you. but they're saying once they get there, how would they get their email? Like another form? They need to use a certain website? Like how would they get that information?
Okay. So if you don't want to use the keyword, you don't have a bot set up, the easiest thing to do is you could do it a free version. You know, I do sell my Your Beauty Biz Hub, but if you really want to do this free, go to jotform.com, okay? And just create a little thing that says, what are you interested in? I'm interested in Canva templates. I'm interested in this, right? So what are you interested in? Canva templates. So what's your name? What's your business? What's your email, right? How'd you hear about this, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to link that to a domain. Go to namecheap.com. It's like $11. Buy your domain. So buy carriesdigitalmarketing.com. So it's really official, right? So buy something like that. So you go live and you're chatting. You're like, okay, if anyone wants to get my templates or information, just go to carriesdigital, whatever I said.com and fill that out and I'll send it over to you. So that's a really easy way you can capture their information. You show up professional. You don't need a website. You just buy that domain and you link it up. If you're like, Erica, what are you talking about? Just message me and I'll walk you through the steps because I taught myself. I've been virtual 16 years. I taught myself all of this and it's a very simple way. You can link it up to your job form. You come off professional. You don't need a website. Don't buy all these websites. Just buy a domain and let's link it up to a job form, capture their data. And that's it. That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
Okay. So somebody said, repeat it. So I'm going to try to repeat what you said. So she basically said that you don't need a website. You just need a form. Right. So once you tell the person, hey, if you want more details about this digital product, just message me digital. And each person that messaged you digital, however, they would opt into a form. And she said a job.
No, I was saying if you don't want to do that. If you don't want to say message me digital, so you could just say out loud, if you want more information, go to carriesdigitalmarketing.com and then you could put that on there. So if you don't want to do the whole keyword thing and do that, sometimes it's hard to go back on lives and see everyone who commented. I would just start saying that website out loud.
So people get the website, the domain. So she basically saying you'll get a domain name that should be your business name or your name. And the domain name, it probably costs $11.
Namecheap.com. Just go buy it and then go to Jotform.
About $11 a month.
And go to Jotform. Jotform, Jotform. It's free. This is how I started my business. This is what I did.
Jotform, jotform.com.
And then you create a form. And then you take that. You take that web link like www.jotform.com and you just have it redirected from your domain name. And I'm happy to help anyone who wants help doing that, okay? Because it's a little tricky, but you can do it. I did it. I taught myself and I can teach you. It's so simple to do. You're just redirecting the domain to that job form. I know it sounds a little crazy, but it makes sense if I show you.
Okay. So yeah, make sure you follow Erika. She goes live and she shares business trainings just like I do. So, you know, I try and connect you with the best of the best. And so there's a lot of good information here. Yes. So that's how you're going to do that. And I just think that it's important to know that because you are starting a business, you're new to business, or this is your first time trying to be online and marketing, it's important to know the steps and be connected with people who've done it. And so as she was saying, like, I did it. I taught myself. Me too. I not only did I get it in courses because I do believe in investing, but I also did trial and error. I messed up a lot. And so you got to be willing to just go through the process.
Yes. Yes. And you know what? We were here before the whole pandemic thing. We were figuring this out beforehand, right? And then everyone rushed in. We've tried so many things, but we figured out what works. So when you meet someone who can just say, well, this is what I did, it can shorten your learning curve so much. We didn't have that. Like we kind of just had to figure it out. So you're lucky, guys, that you have us now. So we can say, here's the steps. Just do this or have us do it for you. And smooth scaling. And I just want to say, if you don't want to do all that and go to Jotform and go to Namecheap, just get a bit.ly link, bit.ly.
Yeah, that's what I use.
So many ways. Yeah. So many ways you could do it.
Okay, great. You already have a landing page. Yeah, that's what I do. I use bit.ly. But to answer, you know, the same question, how do I create a video that sells? I do attraction marketing. So for me, attraction marketing is basically a term for a method of marketing a product or service. So it works by basically providing value valuable information about the item. So I just want to make sure it's powerful marketing. It actually attracts my ideal prospects. And so I'm sharing a lot in the video. If you're doing 15-second, 30-second videos, you want to attract people to you by what you're saying. Of course, if you're like, I still don't know how to do it. I use a lot of, I would say, trending sounds. If you're doing it from TikTok, if you're doing a video, I use a lot of the trending, like ad libs and all the things, so that the video does get the viewership and I'm doing something that's relevant. And so attraction marketing, basically, I would say a method to use to attract people where you're sharing a gift, you're being authentic, you're sharing benefits. And so that's how I'm able to get more clients. So I will show you an example. Oh, let me see if I can share my screen. Because did you see it last time when we put it up? We did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So,
and remember to always be you. Like, don't try to be like me. Don't try to be like Jerusha. You have to be you, because your peeps are going to be attracted to your personality and your style. Listen to the method we're saying, right? And then tweak it for your personality is what I would say.
Okay, so if I was attracting people to me right now, if you are on TikTok, there's something called Human Talk. So there are a lot of videos about that. And there, whatever is trending in terms of what people are doing, I try to jump on the trend, but I make it business marketing for myself, right? So it's the same sound, but it's just me marketing my own coaching program or my own resources or products. So this is an example. This was a trend at the time. And I basically was talking about women who want to build a business. And right now it's the time for people to build their own businesses. I would say everybody should be looking into selling a product. That's why we thought it was important to talk about sales. You need to sell something and learn how to sell. So on this particular video, I talked about, women that are in corporate America, they want to start a home-based business and they don't know what to do. And you can see by the responses right here, everybody's like, info, please, message me. That's how I get people to interact with me. And so you don't have to be that creative. You just need to pay attention to what's relevant, especially if you're using something from TikTok. And I'm taking that same video from TikTok, I'm putting it on my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube shorts. It's still going everywhere. But I created it and edited it from TikTok because the trends actually start there. And so that's what I do in terms of attracting more sales to me. And even if they don't purchase, obviously every person isn't purchasing, but now they're in my circle. So now the algorithm is going to keep showing you my stuff. And so eventually you're going to become a client, a customer, or a connection. I call it the 3 C's. You become a client, which is in my course. You become a customer, which is my product, or you become a connection where you share my stuff. You love my stuff. And so I'm always trying to make sure that we stay connected. Is that helpful? Yes or yes?
I think that's fabulous.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. So Erika, I have to tell you, this has been so much fun. I don't always get a chance to work with someone who has such a great personality like yourself, who loves sales. And I just thought it was important that people have, somebody they can go to your page and they can see how they can sell better, because that's really what it's about, is them moving their product. So if you could say something, give them 5 words or so, or 5, sentences, and how to connect with you, how to get more trainings on sales, tell us.
All right, y'all. Okay, so you can go to my group. It's called Business Talk for Sales. It's on Facebook, right? I give tips and tricks in there, and I'm going to have my buddy over here come in and do a special training with me as well. I have a book and a podcast, Your Daily Boost 365. You can check that out. You can just follow me and then DM me and say, hi, I saw you with your buddy Jerusha, and I'm going to be so excited, right? I'd love to know that you were watching us. And the other way you can do it is you can check out the Women's Entrepreneur Retreat. It's women'sentrepreneursretreat.com. If somebody who's taking those notes can type that for me, it's in Jamaica. You can come here to beautiful Montego Bay, Jamaica. And I have a TikTok expert. Her name is Helen. She's the mothership on TikTok. Check her out. I have 8 speakers. We're going to transform your business or help you start a business. Lifestyle, get rid of those blocks that are stopping you from going live or picking up the phone, right? Maybe I need to pay attention in my retreat. We're going to help you to sell. We've got a photographer to do your branding, pictures. It's an amazing time. And if you're in the travel industry, beauty industry, health and wellness, like we've got top experts that are going to talk to you individually as well. So women'sentrepreneurretreat.com. And right now it's all inclusive, the 5-star resort, your airfare, your ticket, everything. And there's a little spinning wheel on the website to give you some coupons. So we hope to see you or get the virtual one. So I hope that you'll be in my space. Please feel free to message me and tell me that you saw me and my buddy over here live. I'm trying to get her to come to Jamaica. She just said she liked the warmth. So come on, girl.
I know. So it's the women's retreat. What is it?
It's so the website is women'sentrepreneurretreat.com. So
women'sentrepreneurretreat.com.
Correct.
Women'sentrepreneurretreat.com. Somebody put that in the chat. A great note taker. So yes, you want to get to Jamaica, right? She asked me, yes, you got to come to Jamaica. And so we have a spot for you, all inclusive, and so you have speakers from every industry. And so it's going to be so beautiful. I don't want you to miss it. And her name is spelled with a K. So it's Erika with a K. And so you want to follow Erika on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever she is. And that way you can have all of these nuggets all the time. She'll be in your back pocket. Wasn't this amazing? I have one question somebody have here, Erika. It says, is it better to focus on building relationships or making sales?
Okay, so I have a different philosophy on this. Okay, I focus on serving. And I believe once we know what they're interested in, we can serve them. And I believe we build the relationship after we serve them, right? So I don't believe in we got to pretend to be friends and all this before I bring up my products. I simply get to having them fill out my survey, tell me what you want, and I serve you, and then we build a relationship. And I've been running businesses for many years. I have people who came to my salon when I was 19. I'm going to be 50 who are still in my space because I focused on serving and then I built the relationship. So sometimes people focus so much on building the relationship, it becomes so awkward. They never know when they're supposed to bring up the business. So get it out of the way, right? And if they're not interested, can you still be their friend? Of course, right? Of course.
Yeah. So I would say the same thing. I am a straight shooter, no chaser. I don't mess around in too much building relationships, because you're wasting time. You want something. People know you want something. I personally like to ask. I'm a great question asker. I want to know if I'm talking about, my opportunity, are you even open to other streams of income? I'm just going to ask a question. If you're not open to other streams of income, that's okay. We can still be connected and collaborate in other ways. But I agree. You do want to build relationship, but on social media, building a relationship is liking and loving and commenting. So like right now, Lighthouse Women's Wellness, we're best friends just because you commented. So that is a relationship. Mm-hmm. So it's not, I need to know how many children you have. I need to know what school you went to. That is just, not necessary initially. But as we build on each other's relationship, we can find out all those things. But I think initially,
you got it. Yeah. Ask them. And there's nothing worse than supposed to happen to me. Like people, they're not sure how to bring it up. So they start chatting and they tell you all this stuff that they wasted 30 minutes of your time just to ask you about their product. And I feel like, oh my gosh, they were so phony. They didn't even like me. They just wanted to know if I wanted to buy something. And it's hurtful, right? So you ask them up front, do you want to, would you like to fill out my survey or whatever it is that you're doing? Would you like information on this? Yes or no. Basically, they tell you, and then you move on, and then you find out how many dogs they have and all that stuff. But you don't have to do it first because it just makes it come across as slimy and pushy, to be honest,
And she's an expert in not being slimy and pushy.
Yeah, I'm a de-slimer.
So yeah, you never want to do that. I think too close with my audience. Well, yes, and then you never ask them the question, what was the point? Because you did want to ask, would they take a look at your product, your service, your opportunity? And so, yeah, you want to make sure it's a fine line. It's okay if I say, I'm a mom of boys and you say, I have boys. I'm like, great. I'm still going to go ahead and ask you, well, would you like to make more money with your boys? They're expensive. Tennis shoes are about $1,400, but $500, $600, are you open to making more income? So I can still ask and knowing that you also have boys.
Yes. And in Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center, I would say having that survey or that lead magnet. So weeding out those people who really want to work with you, letting them know. So, and also guard your time, guard your calendar. I'm not speaking to anyone unless you fill out my survey. So you can go to my group or ask me for my business survey. You fill it out, then you can get on my calendar, but you can't get to me any other way. So if you're getting too close with them and chit-chatting with them outside of that group and you don't even know what they want yet, I would say, stop it.
She said, offering product is new for me. I've always just served. So
that's
you are
the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same. Okay, I do have a guide and a funnel set up. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a digital product. It doesn't matter if it's a service. It doesn't matter if it's, it's all sales. At the end of the day, it's all sales. And it's interesting. People like, well, I don't have to house product. It doesn't matter that you don't have to house it. You still have to sell it, whether it's at your house, in a warehouse, or wherever it is online. You still need to know the art of sales. You still need to build relationships. You still need to close the deal.
You know what? It's because a lot of companies teach people that their product sells themselves, and that sets them up for failure because they're always afraid of selling. Selling is serving. So Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center, I would reach out to Jerusha. I'm sure she could give you lots of tips on that. If you want to fill out my business survey, it's blessingmethod.com/survey. I would be happy to chat with you for 15 minutes as well. So between the two of us, we can get you building that business and money coming in.
Yes. So if you have all the places where you can find Erika, we want to say to her, thank you so much to have an expert online. And so I definitely want to make sure we do this more often. And I know that I will, yes, we're going to do some things together and get me to Jamaica.
Yes. And well, let me get me on your, you on my schedule. You know what I mean? Let's get the schedule together so we can go live in my group Business Talk for Sales, chat more about Jamaica and all those great things. And all of you that are in Jerusha's space, you guys have an amazing mentor here. She is a rock star. I've known her for several years. I consider her a close friend and business bestie of mine. And please listen to what she is teaching you. She knows her stuff. And thank you so much for having me on today. It was an honor.
Oh, of course, always. Everybody give Erika a round of applause, some TikTok love, some Instagram love, some kisses, some hearts. Okay.
I'm feeling it.
All right, Erika, we'll talk. Okay. Have a great night.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let me just tell you guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for all of you. So if you are on TikTok, you are a subscriber, you're welcome to come on and I can answer your business questions about sales, attraction marketing, curiosity marketing. So yes, a TT, if you are a subscriber, you can come on the live, okay? And I'll answer your business question. And so yes, a Lighthouse of Women Wellness, you are, yes, thank you so much. You are welcome to, obviously, if you want more training, I have my course, the 3-Day Ride. It's a digital course. I have modules and trainings on how to attract your ideal prospects. You want to know how to attract leads to you. The main thing is get your sales funnel going. Once you have people coming into the funnel, you're going to weed out the folk and keep the people. Weed out the folk and keep the people. But if you don't have people coming in, Houston, we have a problem. And so I teach this in the course. So put RIDE, RIDE, if you have not seen what's available in the RIDE. And so you can message me, RIDE, DM me, RIDE, go to my profile and just put RIDE and you'll see the RIDE. You can text me, RIDE, whatever. I just want you to know help is available. The time is now for us to build online using social media, getting in front of the right people. Sell your stuff. And you have to get your audience off of social media. So there needs to be some type of lead magnet, some attraction to get them off of social media. You don't want them to stay in Messenger. Okay, let me do the puzzle. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me do the puzzle on TikTok. Hold on. I'm sorry to be in your face like this. So after an hour, TikTok makes you do a puzzle to say, are you a real person? So sorry about that. Exactly. Yes, I agree. Get your people off of social media. You have to have a lead magnet. I also teach that in the course, in the digital course. Put RIDE and you'll see what's available. I do additional bonuses in the RIDE trainings. I answer every single question and you're working with me directly. So yes, I do have help, but you are working with me once you get in the RIDE. And what I created this year, 2025, What I created this year from the 3-day ride, there are people who still wanted to work after the course. I have a group for the 3-day riders. So you are able to leave the course and still be in a community of people who want to continue training privately. And so, oh, thank you so much. I'm getting my donuts and everything. Yes, I'm getting my donuts on TikTok. So yes, if you've gotten value, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I get my donut. I got 20 donuts. I'm giving you the tea, so I get donuts. So yes, so if you are hungry right now and you've seen everything that's happening, there's no guarantees working for anybody else. You can only depend on yourself. So it's up to you to invest in yourself, which is the greatest investment. The best thing I did get on in 2019, seriously trying to figure out social media because I didn't know the pandemic was going to happen. I was trying to figure it out in 2019, making all the mistakes. And in that, it taught me what to do and what not to do. And so I put everything in the 3-day ride. I over deliver. So, and it's 100% guaranteed if you do the work. And so you have to ask yourself, are you the type of person that wants success without challenges? Are you the type of person that you can make a life-changing decision while being scared? Are you the type of person that let fear stop you? What type of person are you? You're not the type of person that think you're going to make it without challenges, are you? Okay, because there are going to be challenges, but that's the best part because that's where you grow. Honestly, fear stops most people. Fear stops most people. And now is the time to punch fear. Say, my life is depending on me. My children, my legacy, my community is depending on me. I have to do it. If all of our emotions, fear is by far the most challenging one that faces us moment by moment. And yet living in fear is always a choice. We can choose to live in that invisible force of fear, or we can choose a different storyline, one of hope, one of possibility and connections. We all connected with her from Jamaica, from a cell phone, okay, from a device. Everybody can grow here. The number one reason why people give up so fast is because they tend to look at how far they still need to go instead of how far they've already gotten. You're already winning. You started a business. You're already winning. You're on social media listening to a business training. You're already ahead of a lot of people who still trying to decide and they haven't acted on it. You decide how you see you in this business. You decide how you see you on social media. You're in the driver's seat. It's you and you. It's you against the world. It's all on you. You are good enough, right? You're perfect the way that you are. You are unique. Now, hashtag mama boys. I tell my boys all the time, I'm like, you're so special. You're so unique. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm always telling them, you're going to change the world. Every time I make sure that I reaffirm who they are and whose they are. And so I want to tell you, you are enough. And so when my boys were younger, each one of my boys, you know, they do believe that they are originals, baby. We are originals over here. It's nobody like you, Shantae. It's nobody like you, Linda. It's nobody like you. And so my son, he went to school and he told the teacher, I'm not perfect, but I'm an original. Because I'm always like, well, baby, you an original. Don't you let them put you in a box. You're different. I'm different. I'm different. And the teacher said, you know, what does original mean? And he said, it means that I'm the only one. I don't have to be like other people. I know who I am. And see, I told him to look at his fingerprints. I don't know if you guys heard this. When I heard it, I was like, this is a perfect example. I said, now, baby, listen. Now look at the tip of your fingers. There is something awesome about you. Do you know you have a fingerprint that nobody else in history has ever had and nobody in the future will ever have? And so I told my boys, you have a fingerprint that nobody else has, so you can leave an imprint that nobody else can because you are an original. You're going to do amazing things. And I'm telling you, you're going to do amazing things this year. Why do you think you have that marking on your body? Why do you think God still has you here? You have a pulse, you have a purpose. Why do you think you're listening to this training? Why do you think this is your moment? Why do you think you were chosen for this mountain? Why? People think it's to identify someone at a scene of a crime about their fingerprint. No, I think, in my opinion, I think God gave you a fingerprint because it's been proven with DNA science that 99% of our DNA is all the same. It doesn't matter if you are, red, yellow, black, or white. It doesn't matter about your ethnicity, or if you are rich, or if you are poor, or if you are lazy, or if you are a hustler. It doesn't matter. Your DNA is 99% the same as the person next to you. 99% the same as the person on social media right here watching. The only difference is the 1% difference between you and everybody else that's been born and that will be born. Can you imagine that 1% difference? That's amazing, right? Only you have that difference. God gave you that difference. God decided to put that gift in you, that difference of 1%. So I think that 1% is from God. It's your gift. It's your uniqueness. It's your originality. It's you. That's what makes you you. Nobody can do it like you. Can you imagine? No one can do it like you. So this is go time. This is time for you to say, gosh, everybody's waiting to see me do it. Your success is tied to somebody else's belief system. Somebody can't wait to see you do it. It gives them hope. I'm waiting on you to get on your lives and show people what you are made of. I'm waiting on you to create those videos. I'm waiting on you to have, multiple sales, make multiple streams of income for yourself. Leaving that legacy is up to you. You have a 1% difference. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. If this was helpful, yes, thank you so much. If this was helpful, do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to get into the digital course in the 3-day ride, put ride in the chat, message me ride, DM me ride, but this is the ride of your life, baby. We're going to the top because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. So if you're seriously understanding the importance of you learning a skill, baby, you're going to do whatever is necessary to get in this ride. You're going to do whatever is necessary to connect with the right people. You're going to do whatever is necessary. So this is only for the people who are ready to win. WIN, whatever is necessary. Those are the only people that I'm talking to. The go people, the ready right now people. And so I just love the fact that I have this opportunity every Wednesday at 8 p.m. I do a live Q&A just like this. We'll be bringing in more guests, more special experts just for you, because I want to make sure I put you in front of the right people. I want to make sure that we interview people. We give great business lessons. So mark your calendars. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, training is available. Live Q&A is available. If you are a subscriber on my TikTok channel, you get to come on the live. So if you are a subscriber, you want to come on the live, just let me know. I will bring you on the live. I'll answer your business questions, because it's all about me helping more people start a business or build your current business. Start a business or build your current business. Those are the options. This is good. Thank you so much. Yes, put ride in the chat, get in the course. Because if you love this free training, oh my gosh, you're going to love the 3-day ride. You're going to love it, love it, love it. You're going to be like, Teresa. And so I love all of my clients that are in the rides. I'm so grateful for every client that has taken the rides. I'm just grateful that God placed it in my lap at the right time. And so I will see your beautiful faces on TikTok. We'll continue this conversation over there. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page.